everyone, Lore Master Sotek here, back with the Alith Anar campaign. So last time we left off, we had just finished conquering the Black Coast. So we've secured ourselves a nice little empire, and basically all that's left to do at this point is just to start building up our strength over the Vortex, and maybe consider going for Ulthuan soon. So, I think we left off at the start of a new turn. We're trying to get Vol's Anvil all the way leveled up, so we're not going to bother with Hag Hall just yet. Over Vortex Column, we're not quite able to do anything just yet. And then back in Karan Kar, let's see what we got. Alright, looks like we're just kind of waiting. But we do have a new Lord who's recruiting some new units, so we do want to be cautious with our finances. We're doing good right now, but we'll see kind of how that progresses. As for trade, we do want to just maintain
your words and deeds will be watched with interest.
A trade relationship with pretty much all the factions that are willing to trade with us, just to keep ourselves
deliver your message.
Healthy and stabilized.
Of course.
All right. So now we can see Sartosa, which I think we might actually try and go take, just for fun. Alright, so we're pretty much good this turn. We're recovering a little bit here. And we'll be ready to activate the Vortex here in just a moment, I think. Right, we got this guy out who is going to go hunt down Helebron for us.
We await the dark.
But we have to tell him to go into the ocean first, otherwise he'll take the long way around. Alright, and yeah, I don't think we're going to activate the Vortex just yet. We want to make sure the garrison in our capital is nice and secure, because one thing you have to worry about when you play with Vortex campaigns is dealing with the intervention armies. That actually is what cost me an Alario campaign recently on very hard.
Your plea, mortal.
Defensive alliance, right now we kind of want to avoid alliances with Ulthuan, just because I might end up fighting them at some point, so we don't want to get in too deep with them, so to speak. But, yeah, I had an Alario campaign that we were running on the live stream on very hard, but it ended up sinking, because I did not prepare properly. Ooh, we got the Pure Main Company, nice. I did not prepare properly for the intervention forces.
Shadow Dancer.
Okay,
Hunting.
So let's send you out. Shadow Dancers sounds more like a Wood Elf hero choice. Not sure why he calls himself that. Let's see. So we're doing pretty good here. Let's go ahead and grab Inspiring Presence, and we want to build up our abilities with the Bowmaster units. There we go. Turn the volume down just a tad. Alright, we can go ahead and upgrade Vortex Column, which is swell. And Vol's Anvil is not quite just there yet. I think we're not at war with Helebron yet. So we're going to go ahead and move over here and start the first Vortex, because we do have a garrison that'll be ready to defend us. Can I get her a wizard? Not yet. We're still trying to unlock all these different research techs.
We are ill at ease.
Yeah, this will unlock the wizard for us. Okay, great. We already have one in Alith Anar's army, right? Yep. I think we took Shadow. No, we took Heavens. Okay. Oh, and there was someone in the comment section who asked why we have the super hardcore wizard. It's just because he got a trait, Incendiary, which we paid a lot of influence for, but it gives him just a ridiculous stat line, which is just super nice. Got the Armor of Fortune at some point. It's been a few days since I've played through this campaign, just because I've been busy with stuff, so we're going to have to just move a couple things around. There we go. And then we have a rebellion. It's going to happen here, of all places, because we don't have a public order building, but that's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and begin the Ritual of Prophecy.
The ritual is underway, my lord.
And we can skip that dialogue.
Be wary, though.
And then this will show us where they are. Okay, so they're probably going to come down on Vortex Column. So that's where we need to kind of rally our defenses to.
Attend.
So we'll probably go about halfway in this forest, That way we can just bounce to wherever we need to be to reinforce.
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
And you are probably going to need some more spears so we can defend this. So we can defend Kar with full efficiency.
Don't presume to stride where I patrol. That will be a fatal error.
We don't want Peace of Morthy. We've got her on the ropes, and it's, you know, once we kind of deal with these little chaos guys, we do want to try and finish her off. Morthy is a very annoying faction, if you're basically anyone except Morthy on the Vortex campaign, especially with her chaos corruption. But this campaign's going pretty well so far. I recently ran through a Tomb King campaign on very hard. I just like beasted through a Cetra campaign, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna do a video soon detailing my thoughts over how the game feels right now, you know, with all the new changes. Okay, she's up here. Go get her. Alright, and then you, Alith Anar, where are you? We're gonna move you
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
into this
Traversing.
forest. That way I can get to wherever I need to be quickly. Hag Hall, of course, is still vulnerable, but it's not a huge deal. Now
You
we've got
must
the
restore
stuff for
order.
this, we just need the money for it, which we will have next turn.
I'm waiting.
And you should be able to hold this. See, if I leave, will that trigger
Ulthorn
a...
Princess.
That did not make even the slightest difference to public
Lady of
order.
Ulthorn Princess.
1 point of difference. Okay. I think the ritual is giving us some... Yeah, it's giving us public order everywhere. Okay, so we can go ahead and end our turn, and we'll be able to upgrade Vol's Anvil next turn. And once we deal with the 2 Chaos armies that are coming for us, we will go and see if we can finish off Morthy. Hope you're all doing well today. Oh, I just realized that annoying little thing is showing in the recording, which we don't need, so I'm just going to turn that off. I turn that on for live streams, and then I usually forget about it. But there, now it's back in place where it should be. Well, at least for recordings. In any event, I hope you're all doing well. I'm preparing for my... I've got a podcast coming up with Italian Spartacus.
I'm ready.
We're hopefully going to record that this week and get it out on, I think, Wednesday
I bow to one king.
is the podcast days. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. We're going to be talking about a bunch of interesting stuff, some of which I'll, of course, talk about during episodes, just because...
There is only vengeance.
So let's go ahead and see if we can get an ambush here on this Chaos Warrior faction. We did get an ambush on them. Alright, and we haven't
Kill
fought
them
this
and be
episode,
done.
so we're going to go ahead and fight. Normally I would just auto-resolve this, but, you know, if you're watching an episodic series, you kind of hope to see some battles, and Alith Anar is at least really fun to play, especially with ambushes. It's not super monotonous or anything, because you get to enjoy using some sneaky tactics, and starting with a dragon is very nice. You know, as opposed to, like, when you're playing a Tomb King campaign, for instance, with Cetra, there can be a bit of a slog in there when you're fighting other Tomb King factions. Though I have been finding the Cetra campaign to be, or the Tomb King campaign that I played, to be much more interesting than it used to be. It seems the Skaven are a much more survivable faction. I still think their auto-resolve may be a little too weak. Like, they still kind of need some help to be a bit more of a fierce faction. But a lot of the minor factions are much more survivable and interesting than they used to be. Like Sudenburg and the Bretonnians, they actually held out for a really long time. Sudenburg ended up surviving until the very end of my campaign, was a prominent ally of mine, until I backstabbed him with Cetra. Not out of pure malice, it was, I was achievement hunting, essentially, and one of the achievements I needed was I needed to own all of Nehekara
Shadow King.
with the Tomb Kings. But the only way to reliably do that is, well, it's not super hard to, it is hard to do, because it takes a long time to occupy all that space and it not be threatened by the AI. So basically what I did is I allied with Sudenburg and sort of lured them into an alliance with me, which I respected for a very long time. But then the time came that it was, you know, my campaign was wrapping up, so I went ahead and took what I wanted. in typical Cetra fashion.
Assia Mage.
His usefulness to me had ended. This guy's on foot, right? Okay, we'll send him with the spears to fight. So we've got this force.
Wielder of the winds.
We've got our Shadow Walkers. We've got our Shadow Warriors. Dragon and Alith Anar. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna shoot you. We're gonna mow down the Hell Cannon with our Shadow Warriors. And everyone else can just have fun killing whatever they want. See if I can get a really nice fat Dragon Breath into this pocket here. Yep. Yep. That's a good one. Alright. We'll bring him down into this cluster. Right over here.
One mage.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and throw down Kirsten in my wind over here. Pop the Tormentor Sword. Ooh, let's bring you in to deal with these Chaos Spawn. Alright, now that they're gone, let's focus you guys over here. I want to focus y'all on the enemy halberds. Go ahead and shoot a volley of arrows. So it's a copy of myself for some extra damage. Because we have the trait that makes it do extra damage. And we're just going to mow people down. Dragon's doing good. We can go ahead and get it back up in the air.
Spellcaster.
Let's do an Overcast Wind Blast. Though it's a little awkward to angle. Yep.
Bend to my
Yeah,
will.
if it's overcast, they'll actually do pretty considerable damage to Chaos Warriors. We'll bring him in on this pocket.
One mage.
Kill off these guys. Let's aim at the next unit. Let's pop that guard stance and start mowing down other troops. And let's actually go ahead and have the Shadow Walkers spread out their shots because they do poison damage, so you want to kind of be evenly applying that across the board. Because that poison debuff is pretty significant. Alright, so we won, so now we're just going to use our archers to just mow down as many people as possible. Try and kill them all off as they're running for their lives. Let's see, we sniped the Chaos Lord, good. We'll get another big Dragon Breath right here. Beautiful. Send in the dragon to mop up some more guys. Let's focus our ranged over on these guys. We're going to turn off guard stance so we continue to pursue. Focus down this unit. Follow fire a volley over at these guys. Speed us over a little faster. Because the Alith Anar can run and shoot, which is actually really nice. Especially with how hard he hits. That was a crazy angle on that attack. So we're basically just going to run him forward to shoot people. Alright, and I'm just going to assign the Shadow Walkers to different unit targets. Because the poison, like I said earlier, will slow the enemy down, which will make them much easier to kill. Shadow Warriors are going to continue pursuing that unit. Let's go ahead and have the dragon fall back. And Alith Anar is just going ham. We'll have him same melee stance, which I think he'll still shoot. Yeah.
I give the orders. Alith Anar.
We'll have this guy focus. We'll have this copy focus these guys. Yep, that'll do it. And we'll bring the dragon over. See, I can get off another pretty powerful wind blast. Because the nice thing about wind blast is it goes off basically instantly, so it's easier to target than some spells. I'm not going to use the dragon breath because I don't want to risk hitting my own guys. But this army should be completely wiped out, basically. Alright, you can stop pursuing. Those guys either ran off or are all dead now. Let's pump more shots into this larger unit.
Shadow Dancer.
Just blows them to bits. Dear Lord. Just fire that. Yeah, once Alith Anar gets some ranks on him, he's a nightmare. He just nails people. Alright, so that's one of the Chaos factions completely wiped out. which is awesome. And we got a battle in this session, so we can just auto-resolve through all the remaining easy ones, unless it's a particularly thematic or interesting battle. Like, if we manage to, like, catch Morothy out, maybe we'll fight her, if it's an interesting game. But, yeah, things are going well. I was talking about the podcast. We're going to have a lot of interesting things to talk about this week. I apologize for that sound. I have to... my computer, I've done a couple of little upgrades to it, and one of them is that I don't have enough USB ports on my computer. So, because it's old. It's very old, which is why I've been trying to raise funds to upgrade it, and that's what I'm using most of my income for right now, is to save up enough money for a new computer.
What is
that's nice
broken
and
can be
upgraded.
remade. A reminder of crossing Alith Anar.
Alith
Let's do
Anar.
forced labor. Ooh, armor of stars. That would be good if I didn't already
Their
basically do
name
that.
carries little honor.
We might give it to this guy though. Let's see. We could do knowledge of Lizardman affairs. Let's see. Don't think I want to bother with that just yet. Let's just grab replenish.
The Shadow
And
Dancer
where...
brings fortune.
I don't know where the other Chaos Army went. So we're
Make
kind of
way.
fall back
Via land.
over here and wait for them to reveal themselves. I think they're in the ocean, but we'll kind of have to just wait and see. We should be good to upgrade Vol's Anvil now. Yes, indeed. Which is excellent, because that means we'll be reaching that full power garrison and getting that crucial 10% upkeep bonus. Or minus 10% upkeep. Alright, Kalidor is gone. So if we are going to strike... Let's see, we're probably not going to be able to... Nah, it looks like... So, Avalorn has captured the Shrine of Cain. So I'm probably not going to bother with that this campaign, unless it drags on and we end up needing the sword. If you want to see the Shrine of Cain in its full glory, you can always check out my Helibron playthrough, which I think was only like 4 or 5 episodes.
My powers grow.
Like within the second, or I think in the second or
Not
third
one
episode
rupee
of the
on
live stream, we went and acquired that. Let's get Chain Lightning.
When Loic
And
dances, so shall
where
I.
is that other Chaos Army? I don't know, but we do need to go defend against
My forces
Helibron,
advance.
or not Helibron, Morothy. So we're gonna go march down here. Also, I saw someone in the comment section that was concerned with my pronunciation of Morothy, and that I think they're wanting me to say Morathi, which is fine. God, sorry about that. Like, because they're like, oh, you're not pronouncing the A. I'm not saying Morothy, I'm saying Morathi. But, pronunciation is not my strong suit. I'm one of those people that, I tend to pronounce something one way, like the first time I see it, and then if someone doesn't correct me immediately, I usually get really stubborn about it. I'm trying to be better about it. I'll try and be better about calling her, I just like calling her Morothy, which I think is what Games Workshop calls her. I'm not sure. It depends on who's talking. That's always one of my favorite, or one of the goofy things when you're talking about Games Workshop and like someone's like, how do I pronounce this one thing? And it's like, well, I mean, it depends on who you ask. Like, in one hand you have whatever it's based off of. Like, if it's based off a certain culture or mythology or something, then there's probably a correct way to pronounce it. But if you like watch Games Workshop live streams or visit their YouTube channel or what have you and listen to the way they pronounce some things, it's just they're just as bad. I'll call all sorts of things doofy names, but I'm very excited about the upcoming second edition for Age of Sigmar. That's something I've been spending a lot of time preparing for. In little ways, you know, going to be pre-ordering the book and stuff. Also, this is going to be such a crazy busy month because we have Age of Sigmar 2nd Edition coming out, which is going to be an absolutely huge deal for just so many people. And then we've got the
Shadow Warriors.
next edition of Morothy's hiding here. So we're just going
This
to
is
fall
home
back
for
to
now.
Vol's Anvil because I don't feel like getting ambushed. Alright, so we got the cultural advancement, which is awesome, because that unlocks a ton of really nice stuff. Do any of these... Are any of these super important? Because I'd really like to get Waystone Network as quickly as possible. Both of these trees are really good if you can get the max, especially the bottom tree, cultural advances, because you can just get really cheap construction, which I really like. Alright, so it looks like the Chaos Horde is going to land on Blacklight Tower, which, thankfully, the smaller settlements have garrisons that are not complete butts. I had my Alarial campaign, I ended up fighting a final battle with one of my garrisons, and like the absolute basic garrison for the High Elves is just, it's so trash. Because it's literally like a bolt thrower. It's like 2 units of White Lions are the only melee infantry you have. And then everything else is like monsters or dragons or, you know, all sorts of different stuff like that. Alright, so we can get her a wizard. Oh, but we need more influence. Okay. Well, the good news is we're about to get...
Sundered one.
Where's Hellebrand? She went this way.
Advancing.
After her!
Move in shadow.
There she goes. But it is going to be a very exciting month. And the other thing I was saying about the USB thing is just that I bought a device that you plug it in and it lets you have multiple USBs slots for one slot, but it seems that either my computer is old enough that those ports aren't that secure for that particular... Well, it's only that device though. If I plug anything directly into the USB slots, they work fine, no problems. But when I use this extension, every couple of minutes it'll like just turn off for like a second. Not, you know, it won't turn off long enough to cause any like severe problems, but the problem of course is that my computer likes to make that beeping sound to let me know that a device is connected. She ran past me and I wasn't paying attention. You know, it's my computer letting me know, hey, there's a device connecting here. Oh, he's gonna go for the monoliths, isn't he? Yeah, he is. So we're gonna see if we can cut him off.
We march on.
See, I think I can get to the shore here
The Phoenix King.
before he
Making waves.
gets there. Because we should be able to defend it if we get there in time. Without any huge problems. Alright, Alith Anar, your job is to go stop Morothy. While I repair Hag Hall.
Shadowlands. We stalk.
Alright, so we're gonna get on her.
Move.
And then, let's see. I don't want to do any upgrades there.
Order must be maintained.
Are we good here? Yep, we're fully upgraded there, and we're able to pick up phoenixes now, which can be very useful. Let's get some more public order going here. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade. Well, I don't want to do the monoliths yet, because knowing my luck, he's gonna like barely be able to make it here and destroy it before I can get to it. So in light of that, let's go ahead and upgrade the Twisted Blade. Because you want to get those level 3 settlements as quick as you can. Because they make such a big difference, especially with those 2-tier walls. Because that's basically, whenever you make a second tier wall, that's you literally making something where the AI just can't take it without having to do an actual fight. Like, the odds of the AI bringing an army to a 2-tier defensive settlement and being able to just smash through it is really small. But you just really want to have those settlements because the AI can be a little... It can be fairly clever. Sorry, I had a brief phone call there because someone needed to talk to me about something. It seems that I have this magical ability that whenever I want to record something, people are like aware of the fact I'm trying to record something and will do a wonderful job of just like calling me at the absolute wrong moment. Okay, so we want to be just outside of his movement, a little further out. We want to see a nice solid space there because we don't. Because if he drops and attacks us, he'll definitely beat this army. Though we could probably kill a lot of them because our army is very disengage heavy. But we are going to wait and try and get him while he's on the tower. because that would be fairly nice. So here, Morothy ran around us because she's trying very hard to take Val's Anvil, which we are not going to allow. I think so this already has the Moon Dragon, that's great. So we still need the Royal Garrison, and then of course the Anvil itself. I can't catch Morothy like this, but I can get back into Val's Anvil to cut her off. Once this has a tier 2 garrison and the actual Val's Anvil building, this place won't be possible to take, except for by like a very powerful 20 stack. But it would have to be a 20 stack of like considerable strength and size. Well, not size, because it's a 20 stack, obviously. Yeah, I've actually, but after the Cetra campaign, I have actually been really enjoying. I forgot to do him again. Damn it. All right, I'm making a note, literally in person, just writing down something to remember this guy, because I only have a certain amount of time before Morothy isn't a viable target anymore, or Helibron. I'd really like to mix those two up when I'm talking. Yeah, no. Morothy's gonna keep giving us the runaround, but sooner or later, I'm gonna catch her, and she's gonna die.
Mortal.
Alright, nope. Not interested in an alliance with Old One.
It's not yours, filth. It never was, or will be.
Okay, so Haggrafe has declared war on us. That does complicate matters a little bit, because both of those provinces that we have aren't really secure yet. And it's already suffering a bit from being attacked by Morothy from the west, so we might end up doing peace with Morothy here in a little bit. But let's go ahead and pursue Helibron, who ran off this way. I'm just going to tell him to do this. That way he'll just kind of continue to pursue her unless something more interesting happens. Alright.
If you will it.
So okay, so now we can reach the Chaos Army, and we will have the benefit of the garrison assisting us as well. So this should be a slaughter. Yep, and we got an ambush. Awesome. And we're going to execute captives for that bonus experience. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So she leveled up. Let's get Route Marcher. And, ooh, Merchant Lord could be pretty good. So could Wary. I really like Wary, because it reduces your chances of your hero getting sniped, which is always so annoying. Oh, we still got 12 turns to get this done, so that's not... we're doing good. Alright, now the question is, where did Morothy go? Okay, she's running back towards Bleakhold, but we've also got an army in the Venom Glade we have to worry about. So, honestly, our best plan here is going to be to just hold Val's Anvil. So we're going to go ahead and buy the more expensive upgrade, even though it's not necessarily the best upgrade for defense. That's because with Alith Anar's army, we can easily reject any of these attacking forces.
Loix Fury.
Now we're down a unit. I can't afford to buy anybody, so we'll have to consider that for later. Alright, but the Chaos armies have been defeated, which, excuse me, is fantastic news. Alright, so at this point, we might try and get peace with Morothy next turn. We'll see if she accepts it or not. If she does, then I can just purely focus my efforts on Haggrafe and pushing them back. I don't think I want to expand into the north. I mean, I guess I could, because that would bring me closer to Grand, which in most Vortex campaigns, generally you want to secure, I would say, oh no. That's not nice. That's the first time I've seen that artwork for the High Elves. That is a lot of ships. Alright, we can get great weapons, which does not really help the units we're running right now. Upholders of Order. Let's go ahead and grab Martial Law to make spearmen and such cheaper.
Twilight is here.
Alright, so if Morothy's willing to take peace... No, she's not, because she thinks she has an upper hand right now.
What?
Alright, we might just attack the Venom Glade. It has a level 1 garrison, right? Yep. So that's a pretty large garrison, and its army is not super huge. And this army actually, ours would tear apart. Because they'd basically be trying to fight us at our own game, which is not going to go well for them. Alright, we can upgrade the monoliths.
Not one
Yeah, let's go ahead
Ragnareth.
and attack the Venom
There is
Blade
only
and
vengeance.
push Haggrafe back.
To battle.
Our main goal here is
Ragnareth
just to kill her
prepares for war
army.
once more.
More than, like, we're just going to sack the settlement. I'm not interested in taking it just yet. I think we will expand north, actually, and take the war to Malekith. But we need to do that after we deal with Morathi. Hopefully, we can build our nobles and our tech so that we can have an alliance with the Lizardmen, at least until like the last stage of the Vortex, in which case it won't really matter by that point. But we'd like to forge an earlier alliance with Hexadol, and hopefully the Mirror Pools of Tepok slip out of his grasp, either into Morathi's or Clan Pestilence or the Exiles of Nehek, just somebody else's, because the Mirror Pools of Tepok are one of the is the next closest ritual resource. The problem is Hexadol tends to take it more often than not, and if Hexadol owns it, then we don't really have the ability to take it. Alright, so this is actually going to be a pretty straightforward fight, because what we're literally going to do is just line up so that we're in range with our initial few volleys. And these guys are literally just going to get blown to pieces by this artillery. Well, not actual artillery, but you know what I mean. Alright, and then we will have our spearman line come running forward. Really want to find something better than the archer unit. We do have one unit here that can hold off Cav if we need them while these guys advance. But we do want to get the Scions of Mathlon in the center, because that's their ward save is very useful in the center of the line. Alright, and then we're going to put you guys into separate groups. And I think we're good to go. Death Hag, Dreadlord. So we want to focus down different units, especially the shooting ones and the bolt throwers. We want to take out the bolt throwers quickly. Go ahead and bring in the dragon. I'm going to go ahead and summon a copy of myself to just kind of muck things up. We'll send the spearmen to deal with the Dark Riders. And we are going to have the Shadow Warrior turn around and fight. Shadow Warriors are actually pretty good fighters and are more than capable of holding their own. I'm going to fall back a little bit. We'll tell these guys to go melee stance. Alright, and let's bring the Dragon's Breath in over here. My wizard, I'm going to throw in this. Throw Curse of the Midnight Wind here to try and reduce their damage tad. And then we want a... let's get a Chain Lightning right over here. We'll send our dragon to help shut these down.
The Shadow King, advance!
Fall back Alith Anar just a bit. That was a pretty good cast. Okay, we're going to lock these guys down. And we're just going to tell all of our Shadow Walkers to focus down the various melee groups. Once they're dealt with, we kind of have free reign here. Alright, so they've got their buff going. I'm going to take out this other bolt thrower real quick. We can get a wind blast right into the thick of these dark shards, which is going to do, yeah, that did a ton of damage. Yeah, we'll take a beating this game, but we will definitely win. There's the enemy Dreadlord. You fall back. The rest of y'all keep pushing forwards. Mage fall back though. And the poison from those Shadow Walkers is such a big deal. Alright, so we shattered this group. So now it's time we need to start focusing down all the shades. Shades need to die. They're just doing a bit too much damage.
Noble!
Orders!
Shadow Dancer!
Is there a big pocket of them? There is.
My duty!
So we'll fire this over. Copy.
Pull back!
Just launch into them. Bring the dragon around to deal with this.
One mage!
Pull back! Right away! Lakoi! The Shadow King! Scions of Matban!
Get a dragon breath on these guys. Gonna do it? No. One nice fat dragon breath over here.
Out one mage!
Okay, we can delete this archer unit.
Fewer!
Have the dragon focus down this other one. Alright, there are units breaking and dying all over the place. We are going to take a considerable amount of casualties though. There's a little bar.
Yes!
Ready!
Alright, we just want to have our dragon try and be focusing down and shattering specific groups. Take out the enemy archers. We can do everything else easily.
King!
But if they can contest us in range, then we're going to take more damage than we need to.
As you say!
That's still a living death hag. Jeez.
Orders!
Alright, yep, chase them off, dragon. Oh, wizard. Now I'm going to drop this because that'll afford me some protection if I can hide within these units. All ranged units, turn and fire.
Sundered!
Let's fire off this buff.
My duty! Kill them! Without question! Attack! Alith Anar! Agreed!
We're just going to keep it up. Okay, the wizard broke. Hopefully she doesn't... no, she's definitely going to die to these dark shards.
Archers! For all flags!
Ugh, they just keep rallying. Yep, she's gone.
As you say! Understood!
Alright, that unit broke. I need to focus down this next big unit. I'm going to try and summon a copy to chase them off. I'm going to get melee and pursue. I'm actually going to go melee and pursue this group myself.
For duty!
Focus down that death hag.
Defending order! To the fray!
Okay, the dragon got rid of that group. That's awesome. Let's bring them around to deal with this group back here.
Alith Anar! Attack!
He should absolutely destroy them in a fight.
Shadow warriors!
Chase them off. Chase them off. Dragon, I want you to pop a breath right into these fools.
Shadow warriors!
Good job.
Kill them! Without fail!
Send you around this way. Send you this way. Come on, do it. Free fire. Yeah, there you go.
Alith Anar!
Fire this off real quick.
Glory awaits! Victory awaits!
Nice side shot.
Shadow warriors!
Alright, this should push the tide in our favor. Even though there are a couple of annoying hidden units still lurking. Good job here.
Acknowledge! Archers! It shall be done!
Pull a little just straggling fights.
For the Shadow
Alright,
For Off-One!
we'll just watch old man here fight. I like his fighting style, though I find it like he never uses his sword. He literally just does little cool flips and shoots people. Push them out. Push them out. Yeah, let's actually rally to Alith Anar.
Archers!
Oh wait, did they get that thing back up and running? Oh geez. And there's army losses.
Seal!
Ugh, bloody battle. I didn't execute that very well. We should have stayed a little further back in the deployment, and what I should have done is have my shields in front to absorb enemy missile fire with their, I think they have silver shields, but maybe bronze shields, but anyway, just absorb small arms fire, and I should have had my archers just mow down all of the dark shards and shades first. I mean, granted, we were pretty grossly outnumbered, but I still didn't play that very intelligently. I took a lot of unnecessary casualties, and our mage died, which sucks. I mean, that was a moderately high level mage too. It always stinks when you finally get into like the second tier spells and you get like your first big spell, and then they die. It tends to happen, at least to me. Let's see.
Illuminate the shadow.
Oh gosh, so we lost the Science of Mathlan, who fought to the last man. So did these Shadow Walkers, and so did these Shadow Warriors. Oh man. The cost was high.
Sack it. My forces advance.
We will sack it though.
Alith Anar.
And then we will fall back to
Stop.
Val's
This is
Anvil.
home for now.
Vortex ends in 2 turns. Okay. There might still be time to take advantage of its buff then. But Haggrafe's army lies defeated, which is nice.
Taking
I
up
can
residence.
follow you back, and then you.
By Anar's bidding.
Now where is she? Is she just running as fast as she can away from me? Because that's kind of what it feels like. Like, Hellebrand is literally just peeling paint, trying to get away from me. Which is really annoying. I would like her to hold still so I can catch and kill her. Yeah, let's do the Invocation of Assurin. We can save money on a couple of our projects like this one. Yeah, it's cost significantly less now. Alright. Bleakhold Fortress is gonna fall. That's fine. We haven't really invested anything into it. She can have it if she wants it. Looks like she's just running around raiding though. Pack Hall will also fall. Oh, but all our Blackguard died. That's nice. I'm okay with that exchange.
You have the stench of Druki on you. Why should I not strike you down?
We want... Okay, so all the Dark Elves have declared war on me now. So this is where things are going to start to get a little dicey. Because this is essentially where we enter the zone of everybody hates my face. So this is where we actually do need to start seriously considering a full forged alliance with the Elves of Ulthuan. And the reason is that, like, you kind of want to avoid it a little bit at certain points because it can cause further diplomatic penalties with the Dark Elves and make them more likely to declare war on you. But now that they all hate us, and even the Norskins hate us, we need friends. And the only way to get friends is to ally with the other Elven factions.
Can I offer assistance? You have traveled far to petition the people.
Tyrion, now that you are here, I will hear your words. Understood.
Because we want to try and encourage them to come over here.
As you say.
And maybe, you know, and of course we might be able to confederate with them in the future.
Before the mistress of the
Yes.
So we're just going to kind of build up our
Lord of
relationship
the Phoenix, greetings, fellow Asur.
with all the
What
different
brings you?
factions.
Most astute.
Guardian of... I trust you do not expect a full welcome here.
You seem like you're going to die soon, seeing as all you have left is a gate, so never mind. So, Sartosa we actually have kind of an interesting relationship with, though I have no qualms about potentially killing them soon.
Too much southern blood in them.
Alright, so you I'm actually going to take the knowledge of Lisbon affairs, because we're going to want a friendship with them. We're going to
The
need
city
them.
is crumbling.
So let's get upgrades. Morothi's army is weak.
Not one Druki on Nagaryth.
We're not exactly strong, though.
I refuse this insolence.
We might be able to kill her off.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Yeah.
Our oath! Our fight!
See if I can get an ambush here and finish her off.
Time
Yep.
for battle!
Normally, I wouldn't take this fight, but because we have a dragon, dragons have fire damage on their base attack, so he can easily take out both of the Hydras. The only thing I need to do is take out the ranged units and the Doomfire Warlocks. We don't have a mage, which is pretty unfortunate, but we have enough shooting and enough spears. Our army is pretty counter to hers, especially since she's not going to be able to deploy counter to us, so we're going to be able to just have shields in front and then just a shooting line behind where we can just mow down the enemy shooting units. And once the enemy shooting units are dead, we'll deal with the Doomfire Warlocks, and then we'll finish off the characters and the Hydras. But the Dragon's just going to dive right in on the Hydras, because you see he has that fire melee attack. And because of their regen, they take quite a bit of damage from stuff like that. Alright, we do want to come at her from this side with our ranged units, because we can just kind of shoot over the hill, which is nice. We'll put our Lothern Sea Guard and archers up here, and then the more melee-centric units
Shadow Warriors
down here. That way we can kind of just mow them down. And we are going to turn off this. We'll have our spearmen rush. I guess we'll have our spearmen charge down this hill. Would be the best way to do it. The noble will fight alongside the spearmen to kind of anchor them. And then Alith Anar, of course, is going to chill back here and try and snipe Morthy out of the sky for us. So I think we are all good. Alright. So tell them to charge. I'm going to focus my efforts on her to start. Some copy. I'm going to send in the dragon to deal with those things. And then we're going to just do our damnedest to focus down the enemy ranged units where they can be found. Whoa! Oh, wow. Okay. That actually kind of hurt. Let's see, we gotta get rid of these ranged units ASAP. Alright, let's... Oh no! Run away, dragon, run away! All shooting units, focus down Morthy. Get her off the dragon, get her off the dragon. I'll come and get it. Okay, Morthy's out of the way. Q-Guard stands up. Looks down the enemy shooting units. Whew! Nearly lost our dragon to Morthy up there in the sky. I wasn't expecting the Hydra to shoot up. I forget they can do that. Alright, Noble, go ahead and pop your healing pot, which I forgot you had last. Okay, good. So we've dealt with that. Focus the Hydras next. While I focus these guys over here. Dragon is rallied. Whee! You know what? Actually, why don't you just withdraw? I don't need you coming in here and getting killed. No. Don't. Just stay here. Focus down the Hydra. See if I can focus down these casters. Oh, don't! Oh. I'm just gonna keep focusing her down and being a general annoyance. Just gotta do as much damage as we can to these beasties. I was hoping to get some easy kills with the, oh, we can turn off guard stance. Pursue!
Son of Ulfwood, for the Shadowlands, I shall. At once.
Alright. We'll just have them give Jolly Pursuit. Which, of course, Alith Anar is, like, ludicrously fast. fixed. Okay, there's another mage down. And this one will be soon to join her. Pew 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 pew. Got her. Alright, so all the wizards are dead. So I don't have to worry about that army having any heroes. The army might escape, like actually run away from us, because we killed Morathi. But even if it does escape, it has so few troops left that it should not be a threat to us any longer. Whew. We did take a beating, though. I do want to try and make it into Val's Anvil if I can, or at least have access to global replenishment, because the ritual is still going, which means that the global time...
The Shadow Dancer brings fortune. Kill them and be done with it.
Let's just execute them.
My kindred's embrace.
Alright, so they are going to flee, but that army is broken.
Short sight.
Especially with everything being repaired.
Alith Anar.
I can't make it back there, but I can make it here.
There's prey.
So you'll notice up here the ritual... Yeah, global recruitment's down for all units. So we want to go ahead and refill, so to speak. And then a wizard will take up the last slot. That works.
Shadow King.
Alright, and then we will do... what other stuff do I intend on running? I do... Yeah, okay, we can do that. Skymaster. Alright, and then up here...
By Anar's bidding.
She is still running as fast as she can. Son of a gun. If she keeps up this pace, I can't catch her because essentially lords at march speed move as fast as heroes do at normal speed. But the good news is we are going to be completing this part of the Vortex campaign, which is nicer. The first quest. Val's Anvil will be secured in 2 turns.
Order must be maintained.
And Kar will be level 5 soon, which actually bodes well. And we're doing okay financially. We're not doing great, but we're doing okay. We've got to get that Morathi kill. That's crucial to what I need right now. So we'll see where she goes this turn. Now that she's an enemy, it should actually show her moving. Yep, she's still running. As fast as she can. She's probably going to either try and invade Ulthuan, or she's trying to take out all of the Norskin settlements. There's a lot of influence and money that is just running away from me. Oh, movie time.
The wave fragments were gathered, the ritual cast. Arcane power lit Ulthuan skies. Loremaster Talarian, ally of Teclis, was joined by Gallifreus, squire of Tyrion. They would be the prince's eyes as the goddess Isha revealed her prophecy. The Lawmaster and Squire saw the Isle of the Dead wreathed in fire, the Vortex gone. Without the Vortex, chaos floods the world, with Ulthuan doomed to sink beneath the waves. But the star crown of Lilith has the power to restore it. The crown was shattered long ago. If the lost shards are reforged, Ulthuan can be saved. Isha has blessed our agents with one piece of the star crown, but 4 shards remain lost. Talarian suggests invoking the spirits of the Phoenix Kings, For who better than a king to find a crown? The cost is high to cast such rituals. More way fragments are needed.
Alright, so we have finished the Ritual of Prophecy. And now we need to do the Ritual of the Seafarer, so we have to work with Finnebar. Or at least get enough wave fragments that he'll do what we need him to do.
Move in shadow.
Helebron, come back! Man, she's getting ahead of me, but she's starting to head into enemy territory, it looks like. So we might be able to catch her there. Meanwhile,
There is only vengeance.
recruitment is still going according to plan. Let's see, we want to focus this settlement first. Nothing here. Then here. Okay, we can upgrade the Twisted Glade to be a proper defended settlement. We can also use it to give us access to new units, like White Lions and Eagles, which is super great.
Shadow
And then
warriors.
if we have any extra money, which we don't. We'll probably buy Wizards next turn.
You
that should
must
work.
restore order.
And we're getting research to reduce our upkeep further. And once we finish the Anvil, or Vol's Anvil, that's going to be a pretty massive reduction to our upkeep, which is super nice. Alright, so she just switched, I don't know if y'all saw, but very briefly she switched to raid stance. So that does mean she's entered enemy territory, and it means we have a chance to catch her. Because it looks like Helebron's going crazy and is just trying to tear up the Norskins. Which I'm kind of glad. Like, I really like when they put in new factions that shake up certain areas, especially if it's like, you know, Dark Elves now attacking Norska with extreme prejudice. Even in the Vortex campaign, when you play it, Helebron is incredibly aggressive towards Norskins.
It's not in
And she's about to get assassinated. And swoosh. Nicely done. So we slayed the Blood Queen, which gave us some very much needed influence. And gold. So now I can grab that wizard, and we'll grab her from Blacklight, because it's the closest. Let's see. So we tried Heavens. That did not work quite as well as I wanted it to. Oh, that's right, because we were doing it based on their abilities. Now I remember. Genius. That's actually really good. And it'd be Shadow, which would be fitting. No. Limber's not bad. Limber on a life mage, get it? Alright. So, I actually want to go with the Shadow Wizard, who has the plus 10% to research, plus 10 success chance, and minus 10 to enemy success chance. That sounds very thematically appropriate. So let's grab her with Pendulum, and she will be Alith Anar's Guardian Wizard. Meanwhile, funding-wise, let's see. We don't need any upgrades here. We can send out this lord to go ahead and just search the nearby ocean, pick up some treasures. We do need to deal with this Black Ark. I'd like to kill it sooner rather than later. Even though Black Arks are pretty much garbage, and they don't actually do anything, it is still worth wiping them out just to not have to deal with them. I don't know why this army is just sitting here like this. I'm almost tempted to... Yeah, you know what? Let's just kill them
Time
off real
for
quick.
blood. Send a message.
Okay, we got an ambush. So he is dead.
I'm empowered by Loic.
Goodbye. And we got... Oh, we unlocked the Grey. Awesome.
Shattered realm.
Well, they are definitely going in this army. Love the Grey. So we do want to... I do like running thematic armies. I personally think that makes things better. Alright, let's grab Loose, which improves our army's capabilities. And then let's upgrade... let's focus Haghall first, just because it's easier to upgrade. And then everywhere else is busy.
Make all haste. Setting sail.
Okay. And this is going to take 8 more turns to switch out. Ugh. Hopefully, it might switch out this turn. We'll see what it does. But Wow, so the Skaven are in first place right now. Isn't that unusual? But I like that. I was playing my Cetra campaign, and I actually had a pretty okay time forging an alliance with Queek. Because, unfortunately, with the way that the Vortex campaign is shaped, when you play Skaven, the only real friend you can make is the minor factions or the Tomb Kings, because the Tomb Kings are kind of neutral, so they're more likely to work with you. Tretch, you can get an alliance with the Dark Elves pretty reliably, but, you know, that's only one campaign. I always feel bad for the Skaven, because they don't tend to have any friends, because there's not as many green skins on the map as there should be. And even when there are green skins, they tend not to forge an alliance against, like, you know, the greater good races. Not that the greenskins need the help on, like, the Mortal Empires map right now, because I think the greenskins are still one of the most powerful factions.
Shadow King.
Alright, we can resume. Oh, wow, we can actually pick up some interesting stuff now. But I need... well, I'll go back physically to grab the Phoenix and stuff, because you don't want to spend a ton of money. Alright, so we've already unlocked all this junk. So I don't need an Elven Embassy or anything like that anymore, unless I'm just building it for giggles. What I do need... I could use a cav building. I need a forge. Oh, we need a garrison. Derp. Bleed Cold, we're not going to upgrade yet. I'm just going to wait until I can upgrade Hackall.
There is only vengeance.
For your army for now, we just need to build it up so that it can just kind of hold the line for a bit. Let's pick up some Lothern Sea Guard. Yeah, that'll work. Just to keep us kind of stable on that level. Alright, and I think we're good.
I serve the Phoenix King, taking up residence.
You'll run over here.
By the White Tower.
You're gonna come join me. Oh, so I actually don't need the... Okay, there we go. That's better. So we'll grab 2 units of Lothern Sea Guard just to round out the army just a tiny bit. This lady...
Lady of the Phoenix Court.
We will be picking up... Oh yeah, we'll definitely get some Sword Masters. Who doesn't like Sword Masters?
Princess of the Azure.
I'm gonna save the White Lions for when we have a melee lord. I don't think I'm gonna give it to a princess. I would like to give you a wizard, though. Let's see. For your army, I think I'd like to go high magic. Builder's pretty good. Ooh, I like primed. Or life could be good. Sprier, fortuitous, dampener, or thinker. And resistant or dealer. Let's go with builder. Or prime. Both these are really good. I like that minus 10% miscast chance.
I sense items.
You'll join up with her. Apotheosis and Shield Sapphire. Boop. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay. Ball's Anvil is fully upgraded. Awesome. Looks good. And this is
Phoenix
Tyrannoc.
Court awaits your plea with interest.
Yeah, who kinda sorta like me, but not really.
The people are restive.
Alright, let's see. I guess at this point, the only real thing left to do is once we get our wizard, we need to go finish off Morathi. That should probably be the next big objective. Because Tretch, let's see, Tretch is still alive, but he's north of us. And he's busy doing whatever the hell he's doing. Yeah, so let's cut off Morathi and see if we can finish her off. And if we can take the mirror pools, we will. But I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that off. But we'll try.
My
Ooh,
loyalty
looks like we
is
might have an
with
invasion
you.
coming in. Almost wonder if I can make friends with
Their
those
name
beastmen.
carries little honor.
Sort of a mutual hatred sort of thing. Let's put you on a horse so you're a little more agile. And once our wizard arrives... I'm just going to take another 2 turns. I could go fight up here. But I want to wait until Hag Hall's secure. Which do I have unlocked? That's okay, but I don't really need it right now.
Order must be maintained.
You may approach. Lady of Ulthorn.
That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Oop. Armor with stars. Obsidian. Wait. Oh no, I will take the Talisman of Stafford. Thank you very much. Creation Scout. Minstrel. Ravenkeeper. And then this wizard will
What do
go.
you require? I sense items of power.
Alright. We'll keep an eye on things up here.
The
Vortex column will hold long enough for me to reinforce it if it gets attacked. Same generally goes for the north.
You know nothing.
The Norskins attack Blacklight. I'll be able to
Protect
reinforce
our
next
Ulthorn.
turn with a not insignificant army. Swordmasters do not play around. Swordmasters, I think, would actually be a nasty counter to most Norskin units. And once Hag Hall is properly garrisoned, we can go invade Morthy because Bleakhold will hold, since it already has walls. Look at them trying to be a nuisance. Let's see. Yep, so they're invading. The Beastmen also look like they're thinking about it, but they're not enemies with us yet, so that's nice. It would be unfortunate to be attacked by them as well. Okay, so we got non-aggression with the Beastmen. You know, if they want to hunt Dark Elves
What brings
and
you to the
be an
Phoenix
annoyance,
Court?
I'm totally
If
cool
you
with that.
wish.
Alright.
You called?
I want you to ride north
I'm waiting.
to take the fight to the Norskins.
I serve the Phoenix King.
And you're probably going to need some more troops. If you're going to take them on. Okay, so Hag's Hall should be finished upgrading. Yep, so we can get to level 2. And we could slap a garrison on it, and I'm out of money. Alright, but you will be at 20 stacks since she
Mage of
arrives.
Ulthorn. Latria, grant me your sight.
Protector of Ulthorn.
No!
This is a mess. There's just all sorts of crazy armies all over the place. And there are Norskins and Beastmen and all sorts of mess. It looks like the Norskins might be friends with the Dark Elves, which is a little bit odd. Normally they hate each other. But maybe that particular group worked something out. I do wish they would give Morthy a diplomacy bonus with factions that spread chaos corruption. So like Beastmen and Beastmen, Norskins, and Chaos Warriors of Chaos. I think it would make her campaign more interesting. As the only non-pure chaos individual who spreads chaos. Okay, so they're falling back. I don't think I want to too actively pursue them.
Princess of the
We'll go ahead and go to Blacklight just to make sure we make our feelings towards their current position quite clear. Of, hey, nobody wants you here, get lost.
I sense items of power.
Alright, and once she's joined up with us, we now have a Shadow Wizard.
Shadowlands.
So now we just need Hag Hall to be ready to defend itself. We could strike the Venom Glade, but this army is going to be kind of a nuisance. Alright, your army is perfectly sufficient to do what it needs to do. Oh wow, okay, we've got 5 here, so we need to save up for that. I really want this to trigger so I can get the new March for Death. Anyone we could be trading with that we're not?
Call me Lord Craven Tail.
He has 10 settlements. Holy crap. So he must like he must be infesting all of this space. And then here's the Exiles of Nehek, and then here's Morthy. How much land does Morthy own?
Yes.
She owns 3. So Morthy just owns the Iron Peaks. And then south of her is Sildrator, who owns all of this, it looks like. But who owns this is the question, because this is the most important. This is the one I want. Right here. And it looks like no one may be there, according to that map. Alright.
Burden of the Shadowlands.
But we can't leave yet, because if we do, they're just going to attack us in the back. And I need this army here to defend against any invasions. So we're kind of stuck for the moment. Oh man, I would actually love if the Skaven were the first ones to finish the ritual. That would be the first time I've ever seen that. In every campaign I've ever played, it's always the High Elves or the Dark Elves who finish the ritual first. It's 9 times out of 10 the High Elves. The only reason it's probably not the High Elves this time is because I'm playing them. Which is weird because the High Elves only have 2 ritual resource on Ulthuan, and usually only one of the High Elf factions, like Tyrion, he usually only gets 1 resource location, but he still like massively outpaces all of the other ones, which is so bizarre. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Like I guess yeah, you figured the High Elves would kind of have like the home field advantage, but it's still weird. Alright, can I move this around? I can't. That's super annoying. Don't like the Regiment of Renown being here when it should be here, and this guy should be here. Whatever. Alright, so the Hmong are retreating. Is there a coastline here? No, these are all cliffs unless he goes here. Okay, so let's fall back to the monolith, just in case he gets any funny ideas. And then we'll see if the Skaven accomplish their mission. Kind of hope they do, because that would be really interesting. Okay, and the good news is when this turn finishes, we will get to have... Man, I had a massive brain fart. Oh, we're finishing that tech, so we're going to have even more reduced upkeep, even though it's just on like spearmen and archers, but you know, I'll take what I can get. And I don't think we've unlocked the 3rd tier...
Do not look for me
military
in the light.
tree yet.
I lurk in shadow.
Okay, we will accept this. Because we need people to be joining in wars with us. Because once you're actively fighting, at that point you should probably be looking for friends. Especially friends who hate the same people you do, because that's going to vastly increase your
If you are not of Nagaroth,
diplomatic bonus. Peace treaty and you're going to pay me? That's fine. That gets the Hmong out of here. Alright, so that makes those units notably cheaper to recruit. Yep, and it reduces their upkeep by just a little bit. Alright, great weapons. Marble stockpiles. Minus 10 cost for all buildings. Yes, please. Alright, Hackall will finish upgrading next turn. We need to attack this lady.
Protector of Ulthuan.
Okay, so I'm already running kind of over time. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack here, and that should give us an ambush. Unless she manages to see us. Hopefully she doesn't. Ambush, great. So I'm going to save here, quick save, and this is where we'll start episode 4. So thank you guys for watching. Love you all very much. I will be sure to check out the channel. We did a full run through of a Hellbrand campaign you can check out. We did a little bit of an Alario campaign, which we lost because I did not defend my capital correctly. You can watch, we had a failed Tretch campaign, which we made it all the way to the Vortex. Or the High Elves were taking the Vortex and we failed to stop them, so that was kind of a fun adventure too. And there's a bunch of other stuff on there. So, hope you all are having a great day, and y'all are enjoying the new content. I will see you around. Thanks again for watching. Bye, guys.